Hello, creators. I'm Megan, and today I am fulfilling a special request from my 7-year-old neighbor. She loves unicorns and stickers as much as I do. So today I want to take you guys along the journey of how I made these beautiful stickers for her. I think she's just going to love them, and I hope you guys love them too. If you want to see how I designed and created these stickers, stick around and check it out. So what I do is I come into ChatGPT and I'm going to bring you guys over to the chat that I already had that has this in there. And I'm going to scroll on up so you guys can come up to the top. So what I said was, can you help me make an image of a unicorn with Gucci inspired fur? Keeping in mind, this is a copywritten company. Anytime you're working with anything that is copyright protected, you guys be careful. Make sure that these items are gifts and not something that you're attempting to sell, because you don't want to run into any copyright issues. Now, sometimes you have to work with Dolly a little bit, and as you can see, the first results were not that great. But then I said, okay, can they be more beautiful and graceful? And then it gave me that beautiful girl right there. So you see what I mean? Like, you can really develop some amazing pieces with ChatGPT. So then what I do after that is I come on over to Canva. Canva is an amazing tool where you can edit videos, pictures, you can create poster boards, you can create business cards. There is such a huge plethora of things that you can do with Canva. Because I do work with images and making stickers and things of that nature, I love Canva for all of the resources that it provides. So I will go ahead and get into this. Now, I have already prepped my images for printing because I was already working on it, and I said, let's make a video of it. So that's why I wanted to share this with you today, guys. Okay. So what you want to do, I like to come in and to create a design. Whatever you're making, as you can see, mobile videos, Instagram reels, TikTok videos, YouTube videos, is going to give you the right orientation for what you need. I like to use, when I'm working with my stickers or working with my images for my stickers, I should say, I like to use the flyer template at the 8.5 by 11 because it allows me to edit my portraits or images to my liking and really get a good feel of what it's going to look like when I bring it over and get it printed out. So now what I do, and once you, and keep in mind, you guys, you are more than welcome to use whatever resources that you want for your pictures. You can buy your pictures off of Etsy. You can buy your pictures from whoever makes images, or if you draw your own images, the process is the same. You are going to want to make sure you have that image downloaded on your device. You're going to upload it to Canva, and then you're going to work with it from there. Now, do you have to edit your images? No, I always edit my images though, because I like my images to be vibrant and dynamic and really stand out. That is the point of my business name, an image that sticks. It's not just because it's stickers, but it's an image that sticks in your mind, okay? So it's going to be vibrant and eye-catching, right? So we're going to edit one of these that I've already uploaded. And what you're going to do, or what I like to do, I should say, is I like to go ahead and stretch it out all the way. And I like to bring this up a little bit, the zoom up, just so I can see it all the way, right? So it's beautiful. I love it. Do you guys love it? I love it. But it does need a little bit of something to it. And so what I like to do is come into edit. And it's going to open up your editing screen. And you have so many resources here, you guys. You have background removers. You have a magic eraser. You have ability to put filters on it. Even inside the adjust, you can adjust the temperature, the brightness, all kinds of the color vibrance. So many things, okay? So with this image, what I want to do is I want to bring up the vibrance of this. Now you can see in the filters, you have a lot of options here. You can really look through here. And I love the way that they do this with like a preview, so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. One of my favorites to use is definitely Capri. And do you see what I mean, you guys? How beautiful that is. Look at that. I'm going to bring it back to nothing. And then I'm going to put it back on the Capri. So I love that. So that's how we're going to do those. And I did do this with all of the images in this batch. Another thing that I like to do is round the edges. When I print my stickers, I like them to have a round edge, not a sharp edge. Depending on the age of the individual that's receiving the sticker, I don't want them to deal with like sharp edges and poking their fingers or anything. So all of my stickers that I ever mail out always have rounded edges. Normally, I would take this into Cricut Design Space and crop it, but I figured out that I can actually use the corner rounding feature in Canva and make that so much easier for myself. And I like to just bring it all the way up. As you can see, the higher you make it, the rounder the edges are. And so you guys see how that looks now? That's so cool. So then what you'll want to do from there is download your image, and then you'll be able to go ahead and work with it with Cricut Design Space. Okay, creators, so here we are inside of Cricut Design Space. As I said, I already started my process. That's why those are closed out, because I already printed those. But this is what you're going to want to do. You'll be in your canvas. You're going to go ahead and hit upload. That's going to bring you where you can upload your next image that you're going to work with. Now, anybody that's familiar with Cricut Design Space knows you can only print one thing at a time. Upload one thing at a time. So you just have to, work with what you have there. But what you want to do is go ahead and upload your image. Bring it on over. I don't need to remove any backgrounds with this, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply and continue. And then I don't like this one at all, the multi-layer, no need for that, because these are regular images. So we're just going to use the flat graphic and bring her on in. It is going to give you an option to name your items. I don't do that. I just come right on over to upload and bring her on into my design. Now, the first thing I do when it's finished uploaded into my design is to adjust the size. You guys are going to see here that once it comes into the design, it's going to be too large for the print area of the design if you're doing a print and cut design. So you're going to have to adjust it anyway. Now, you can click on this little red icon here and it'll auto resize it, but I don't want it to be 7 inches. We're only going to make it 3 inches. So I have to go ahead and just adjust that to 3 inches. And you can either do it with the height or the width. It depends on the shape of your image. And I like to bring it over. I don't know why. It's a habit. Sometimes when I make stickers with offsets, it's better to view it on this side. But anyway, we're not doing an offset sticker today, so let's stay focused. So this design is already ready to go. It's ready to print. I'm actually going to print 2 of them because of the space on the paper that I'm working with. It's going to allow me to have 2 on 1 row, and that's what I wanted to give me. So then you're going to come up here to the top and you're going to click Make It. Now, if you haven't already saved your design area, it's going to ask you to create a save. You guys can see I've already done that. And so here we are in the area where you're going to know where you're going to place your paper and how your sticker is going to look on the paper, okay, and on your board. So you're going to continue from there. And then next it's time to select your printer, or send it to the printer. Okay, creators, and so here is our finished print. Now we are nowhere near done yet, okay? We still have to cut it, but what I like to do with my stickers is I actually like to laminate them first. But the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we can save all of this paper. We don't wanna stick this to our mat because then it'll be, it might lift or whatnot when we wanna use it in the future. So what I always like to do is I like to grab my little cutter, right? This is the one that comes with the Cricut. And I just like to go ahead and trim off my excess paper, and that way I can save that paper for the next print. I'm very delicate when I do this, just to make sure that I don't accidentally bump my paper in a way, you see that? That's what I mean. In a way where it damages the print. So you wanna obviously make sure you cut below your lines so your Cricut can still read it. Okay? So you see what I mean? And so we're gonna just gently separate the rest of that since it kind of got a little stuck, but that's okay. The most important thing is to be careful as you disconnect this, and that way you don't have any issues with your print. Okay, like that. So I'm gonna move my excess paper out of the way. And then the next thing we're gonna do, I actually like to stabilize my designs before I laminate them. Now I do laminate with Oracle 651, which you can find on Amazon, and I'm sure you can probably also find it in other crafting stores. I find it at the best price on Amazon. Now I'm gonna turn this so I can see it because I like to actually I'm gonna flip this around this way because I like to laminate with the shortest end to this side because I start from here and go over, and I like to also make sure that I am not wasting my laminate by putting it too far over on the wider side. So I'm going to position this so you guys can see this pretty good. Okay, so then what I like to do, I don't just come straight in with my laminate, you guys. I like to tape it down, and that just gives me some stability. Because you absolutely do not want this moving around while you're trying to lay the laminate. It is such a delicate process. Now, the reason why I like to laminate my stickers, and everybody is different. For example, if you are making matte stickers, maybe you don't need to laminate or etc. But for me, I find that laminating my glossy stickers gives them that extra layer of protection. My stickers are able to be used in, because this is vinyl sticker paper, which, you know what, let me pause you guys. Let me show you what I use, which everybody, again, is different, but this is what I prefer. I've tried a variety of different papers before, but I find that the Luxatan is the best for me. And my printer. Always choose something that works well with your printer. I have had to test many papers, you guys. Many papers over the last 2 years of me making stickers. But I find that this one works the best. It dries so great. And even like if I scratch at it right now, you can see I'm not having any issues. Nothing on my nails. Nothing off of the image. Anything like that. But it's still a sticker. And so you want to give it that extra layer of protection. My stickers are able to last in wet environments and on cars and things of that nature because of this added layer of protection of the Oracle 651. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just come on in. Now, it doesn't bother me that it's over the edges because I like that reinforcement when I'm placing my sticker on my mat, and you guys will see that in a second. So I like to just take my time. I come in with the one side, and then I really like to make sure that now you can use your smoothers, all your little rolling tools. I find that these old knuckles work just perfectly, you guys. I like to make sure I'm going slow, like I'm a laminating machine myself, almost. Because that way I can make sure I don't have any bubbles at all with my lamination process. And again, I just like to laminate because, and I find that it just gives you a better finished product that is more durable and resilient. It gives it an opportunity to be, more sun resistant, water resistant, etc. That's my biggest thing, is making them as water resistant as possible. Now, this paper is a water resistant paper. And what you guys see me doing here is just me going back over it literally with my knuckles. Now, again, you can use your smoothers, you can use your rollers, whatever works for you. I have found that normal hand pressure, human hand pressure, and heat really helps to get that laminate flattened down. I like to flatten it before I cut it all the way as much as I can, and that way there's no bubbles that come up in the printing process. And everything you guys hear me speaking about is just for me learning over time. You know, you end up learning what papers work for you, what type of printer works for you. You know, all of these things you develop over time, you guys, okay? And so now we're going to put it on our mat, and then we'll be able to print it. So this mat is actually a replacement mat, which if you've used up your Cricut mats, don't hesitate to buy a different brand. It's really okay. I'm not a Cricut sponsor, so I'm not going to sit up here and say you got to spend that extra money on the Cricut mat. These HTV mats work just as well. I like to make sure that I press it down on my edges. I try not to go over the actual sticker. That way it's not overly sticky to the mat when I get ready to pull it up off of the mat. Okay, creators, so we are cut and ready to pull this off of the mat. Now, just for those who may be wondering, I do have a Cricut Maker. This is definitely doable on any Cricut device because any Cricut device does cut stickers. So you definitely want to choose a device that works for you and your budget. I love the Maker. It's an amazing device. I have been able to cut stickers, magnets, all kinds of cardboard, all kinds of stuff with the Maker. So I do love my Maker. Next time I do some stickers, I'll actually show you guys the print, like the cutting process, if you guys want to see that. But meanwhile, what I like to do is I do like to come in with one of my tools. This is one of those like kind of a spatula type tool. And what you want to do is I like to hold my mat. I like to lift my edge. And then I like to use the spatula to hold the rest of the mat down. Now, if you get where the sticker is peeling up away from the backing, that's exactly why I like to stabilize my mat. As you guys can see, my other hand is still firm on the mat. That way I can use the spatula to come in and get that and lay it down. The reason why I like to leave it laying down is because if you worry too much about the sticker without worrying about your trimming, you may mess up the backing on your sticker. And this is how I do all of my stickers, you guys, whether I'm making something that has like specialty shapes, like my superhero girls, or something like this that has a clean cut edge. I do all of them the same way. I like to bring it around where it's closest to me as possible. I like to lift it so I can see the backing. That way I know I'm going to have a clean peel up. But then I like to lay it back down. And I'd like to gently lift it off. The reason I like to do that is to ensure that I don't have any curling going on. If I do have curling, I like to just take it and remove any curls. Roll it backwards if I need to before I lay it down. And that way I can ensure that it's not rolling up. I don't like to present my stickers in a curl. So that's how I do that. And so now they are all set. Aren't they so cute? Love it. She's gonna go crazy, you guys, okay? Okay, creators, so we are all done. Check these out. Didn't they come out gorgeous? And I love that beautiful shine on them. That's why I like to use the glossy paper and the laminate. They came out so beautiful. And so that's how I make my stickers, you guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe. And stick around for other tutorials where I show you how I make imagination come to life. And every once in a while, make a little girl smile. Thank you guys for checking me out. I'll see you next time. Okay, go for it, Mom. Give them to her. I want you to look at all of them. It's 5. I know.
No, for real?
Yeah, for real. All of them. And it's 5 of them. Look at them.
I feel like no, is this a prank?
You know, those are for you. You asked for them and they came out so good. You like them? I know, aren't they so pretty?
No, for real.
Yeah, those are yours. Those are for you. Do you like them? Aww.
No, for real. You about to make me cry.
Those are for you. I made my own. I kept me some for me, but those are for you. Give me a big old smile, girl. Aw, yes. Come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Hold on.